Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. We're continuing on storming through the myths about relationships, and let's go and take another one by the horns. So we have a myth that we're not complete until we find a partner. This myth kind of went through from the Bible in a way, because Eve was made from a rib from Adam, and there's other kind of stories about soulmates, twin flames, and souls splitting into two parts, and we're chasing around looking for our other part so we can be happy and fulfilled. Some people consider romantic relationships very important, and this is completely valid, right? I do want to have a person beside me, just because at the end of the day, I want to share something that happened to me, good or bad, with someone, and I want to be loved and I want to love. But I don't think that I wouldn't be fulfilled without that other person. We can talk in that regard also about people that choose not to have children. So is their life less valuable or less full than from the people that have children? It's all a personal choice, personal experience, and this is the thing that people need to understand. We need to start accepting individuality. We need to start accepting that my story is not your story, and vice versa, and we should have respect towards each other. I would really disagree that we are not whole as people, as person, without the partner. Some people spend their entire life without a partner, and I don't think they're missing on anything if that was their decision. Sometimes people are really, connected to their work. Sometimes they just don't feel like they could share their living space with other people. And honestly, guys, that's all good. In a way, if you think that you need that other person to be full or complete, you're putting a lot of expectations on that person to begin with. That person now has this huge task of filling yourself. Once I saw this silly meme on the internet, is one day someone's gonna come and hug you and all your traumas are gonna be washed away and you're gonna be complete and happy. I was thinking, gosh, this wouldn't really work in real life. I'm very romantic, so I don't take it in a romantic way. It's just it's not very likely. It's not highly likely that this will ever happen. So the story would go rather is one day you're gonna go to therapy and you're gonna fix your issues, and then a perfect person that you're gonna spend your life with happy will appear. So that's kind of more likely. But putting this huge burden on another partner, that partner is gonna fix you, it doesn't work. So basically, we were born complete. Once we were conceived, up to the point where we were born whole and perfect, and there was nothing wrong with us. There was not a single fault with us, and it's just that as we grow up from that part, when we are conceived, further down the line, we get scarred, and mostly people never work on these scars, and it feels like these things are gaps, and in a way they are little black holes, but they don't define you. These are things that happen to you. It is not who you are. So in a way, it's not like you're not complete. It's just you have this little black holes inside of yourself that kind of happened because someone injured you, and now you would need to fix them in order to be complete again. There is this technique called the soul retrieval, And it's a very interesting thing, and I actually tried it out a couple of times. I wanted to actually go for a course, but I just don't have time. And it kind of works with philosophy that as we go through life, there's stuff that happens, you know, like extreme stuff, or sometimes like even small things that hurt us, and they kind of take away a bit of our soul. So this technique kind of brings us back to these places, like through meditations, so we can retrieve bits and pieces of ourselves. And I think this is the only way that we can be incomplete, is just by losing ourselves on the way growing up. I was looking at certain things like that I have lost on the way, and I found like I didn't lose them. It's just like I labeled them as a bad and I threw them away somewhere in some kind of bin, and it's still there. I just have to like dig a bit through it and find it. And even with the stuff in the bin, I was complete. And a partner can't do these things for you. So a partner, especially in the first 3 months, can be an easy fix and can seem like he sorted, or she or they sorted all your problems, but basically it's a fix. It's a plaster. And you know, like with a plaster, after a while it just, you know, like the sticky thing is gone and it just falls off, and then your wound is still there. Partners can be great if you are both going to work on yourselves and you're going to help each other to become better people, or you're going to support each other through therapies. And obviously in that way, you know, like you could make each other complete in a way, but I don't see any other way that a person can complete me. It is funny in a way that I do tend to find different characters in me, but then I realize every time that, wait, there is a part of me that's actually similar to them. And there is a saying that we can't meet people that are not, in a way, part of ourselves. So they're like a perfect mirror of something that we might be suppressing, or we're just not using, or we just kind of like lost touch with. So in a way, if people are our mirror, it's not like they're making us complete. They're just mirroring us that we are not using some parts of ourselves, or they're mirroring us some things that we're not aware. So they're like in the shadow parts of ourselves. But in a way, they're not really complete. They're not really completing us. They're just showing us, oh, look, there's this or there's that. And believing that you're gonna find that person, you know, that's going to complete you sometimes in your life can be a huge disappointment, because you may end up wandering from one person to another and always feeling like, oh, it's not the right one. Oh, it's not the right one. Like it magically, that person needs to fix you, and magically you need to start feeling better with that person. What I noticed is like when I meet people like that, I met a couple of people that are like that, and I feel like they're like draining a huge bit of energy from me. I feel very tired from them. It's like sometimes, like because I'm a very happy person, I'm a very open person, I feel like they feed on that and leave me very drained. It's like I always have to be this type of person for them, so I can't change. And it's like, you know, like they're sitting there like in front of me and they're like taking bits and pieces of me and just feeding their missing parts, or the parts that they are not aware of. And this can be extremely tiring. So I'm not surrounded with a lot of people that actually believe these things, that we need another person to complete ourselves. I actually at the moment surrounded with a lot of high achievers and people that really like to work on themselves. And I kind of feel very comfortable around these people, because in a way, when we are actually hanging out, when we spend some time together, it always feels very mutually nourishing. And And this is, I think, what partnership should really be. It's like two whole persons are together in a room, and they're taking care of their own needs, but they're also taking care of each other's needs. Anyways, guys, what do you think? Are you whole without a partner, or you need someone to complete you? Leave me a comment and tell me what you think, and like the video and subscribe to the channel, please, if you can, because that would mean a lot to me. I hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you soon.